Hey, what day is it? I guess it's day 155. I'm gonna guess. I just now got off the phone with the nutritionist, and okay, so I'm a little concerned. First of all, I only just, okay, so a couple of days ago, I had some fish, some sushi, and nothing happened. The next day, I ate a salad with some salmon in it. I thought, okay, because maybe I can. Nothing happened. The next day, I had a burger for breakfast. Nothing happened. So I conclude that finally, after 5 months of a 6-month Orbera gastric balloon, I'm finally able to eat animal protein. And what I noticed on those days that I ate animal protein is I really felt more full than I really had ever felt with any of the other proteins that I had been eating, whether drinking, whether it was the clear liquid protein. Do I have a bottle here? No. Or the liquid or the protein powder, which of course had been a disaster gas wise. I felt really full, like proper full, from very small appropriate amounts of animal protein, the fish and the burger. So I almost feel cheated that for 5 months I've had this huge struggle of what to eat, how to get protein, and then finally 5 months in, the balloon is okay with animal protein, and I can finally eat normally. And I wonder how much more weight loss I may have had I been able to eat normally animal protein the whole time. So I feel a little bit cheated. And so that's number one. Number two is like, I said to the, because I felt cheated, I asked the nutritionist whether she thought I would, like, if I could keep the balloon, basically. And I think I mentioned that in my last video, because I really was thinking, like, if I can actually eat regular meat and follow a regular diet and feel full more naturally. And I notice also now that animal protein gives me a different kind of energy. Before, I would drink a protein drink and it would give me just a little bit more energy through the day. Like, I wouldn't get that midday slump where I'd start yawning and feel like I was going to fall over and need a nap. The protein drinks would help me with that. But just a couple of days that I've eaten the animal protein, like, I mean, I'm talking energy like pep in my step. I'm talking energy like I'm in the subway and I'm opting to take the stairs rather than the escalator without even thinking of it. Like, I was never that person. I've always been a person who's like, oh, there's an escalator. Why would I use my legs? Like, I'm going to stand. And today, for example, I had to go in to go do something, and I had to run this errand and use the subway, and I was up and down stairs and no issues. I attribute that to the meat. Nothing else has changed all that much. My weight went down, but it went back up again. So it's not that I'm physically a lot lighter. I think it really is the meat. It fuels my body differently. And the crazy thing is, years ago, a really, really good friend of mine was vegan for like ever. I mean, for like 10 years, she was vegan. Like, she was that friend where we would always we'd meet up and we always had to make sure we were going to a restaurant that had vegan options for Jean. Can Jean eat here? And sometimes, and we traveled to places, and I think we were in Ecuador. Yeah, we were in Ecuador together, and like, we were in tiny towns, and there was no vegan like place in these tiny towns where we were on this like arts exchange for a couple of weeks. And she basically ended up eating rice and beans everywhere we went. And even as she was eating the beans, she's like, I can tell these are cooked in like, animal fat. But she was like, I can't, like, how much of a fuss can I make? So like, I'm just gonna leave it alone. She's like, I'm not even gonna use the word vegan here. But anyway, like, she was vegan forever and forever and forever. And then suddenly, like, I didn't, we like, whatever, schedules got busy. We didn't talk and did meet up for a while. A few months go by and we meet up again. And she's like, oh, by the way, I'm eating meat now. And I go, huh? And she's like, yeah, it just came down to a situation of like energy. Like, I just realized that meat fueled me in a way that I really needed. And I really understood that my body is carnivorous, and it's not just for the taste and the flavor and the enjoyment, but like it is physical fuel for my being, mentally and physically. And I kind of laughed at the time. We, like, all of us kind of laughed when she said it, but now I get it. After just like a couple of months of a semi-vegan diet and now actually having meat a couple of days in a row, like, I am really realizing my body physically has more, like, literally more lift, like not just energy, but like more upward lift when there is meat in my diet. So how much more physical would I have been over the last 5 months had I been able to eat meat rather than take all these other, detours to get protein in me? So, second thing is, I asked the nutritionist what she thought about extending the balloon. If I kept the balloon in me for another month or something, maybe 2 months, she didn't even let me finish the sentence. She was like, no. It's like, I'm gonna stop you there. You're the second person to ask me that today. Like, no, you cannot. When you get, like, she's like, look at the documents, and you know how it is when you have something or they give you a ton of things to sign, you're barely reading it. She's like, you sign a waiver that on literally at the 6-month mark, you're going to get this removed. I'm like, crap. She's like, listen, I understand what you mean and what you feel. I could understand if you want just a couple more weeks to help solidify the right habits, adjusting to this new thing. But the grace period they'll give you is maybe 2 weeks. If you're traveling, they'll say, okay, like, we'll give you 2 weeks until you're back. But she was like, no, they're not going to give you another month. They're definitely not going to give you 2 more months. You cannot. That was the beginning of our call. And I'm telling you, I was so disheartened after that. I was like, the rest of the call, I was just angry, not angry, but I was just sad. I was sad and almost just like, I was angry. And what I was angry at was not her and not myself even. Maybe I'm angry at the balloon. I don't know. But what I'm angry about is that 5 months have gone by, and all I can think is, what if I'd had 5 months of this energy? What if I'd had 5 months of easy digestion with the meat? Instead, I had, of course I was eating a lot of carb because it was the only thing that I could get down without having massive gas issues. And in order to be able to work and be outside and in place to rehearse with people, go out and meet friends every now and then, and have a calm stomach and not be lighting up a room with gas that could possibly be smelly. You never know when it's going to be smelly. And then burping constantly. The only way for me to be able to confidently and assuredly have no gastric issues for the last 5 months, I would have to like make sure that day I only ate carbs. So like that would be the day I would eat like pasta, piece of bread, a salad. Yeah. But I was eating carbs, and I'm wondering, like, if I had been able to really just eat protein and veg and not touched, or maybe not touch carbs is not realistic, but like really had carbs in the back, which was, backburnered, which was my original plan. My original plan when I first got this balloon, right after I finished the first 3 days of the liquid part of the diet, and the first 3 days of the balloon, I was like, I am carb loading. No, I'm not carb loading. I am protein loading. So I bought a bunch of cans of tuna. I bought chicken. I bought all kinds of that. I think I bought a rotisserie chicken. I bought all this stuff thinking I'm going to eat meat and veg. And the crazy thing is, like, I actually enjoy eating like that My fiance, in fact, cooks like that. Like he that's his thing. Like he's like a piece of fish and a bunch of vegetables, or a piece of chicken and a bunch of vegetables. Like that's his favorite way to eat dinner. Like 99% of the time, if he's cooking, that's what we're having. But I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. And I needed to have something that made me feel full. And so immediately, like within like a few weeks, I was back to like days that were pretty much carb loaded. I was trying to load with carbs that weren't terrible, but it was a lot of carbs. It was a lot of carbs. And I'm angry about that, because if I had been able to just do the animal protein and have salads, where would my weight loss be? It ticks me off. And she's like, well, you should still be proud. You should be happy. Like, we still consider you a success story because you really have come down 25 pounds. Like, that's really great. Okay. Yeah, sure. I'm never going to not think about what could have been in this situation. Really, really makes me wish I had gotten this balloon. Okay, cat, not right now. This cat wants to sit on my lap, but he gets like agitated if I'm talking while he's sitting on my lap. So there's danger that he might nip at my hands, which then hurts, and I won't see. No, booby, no. I just feel cheated, and I feel angry, and oh my God, oh my goodness. See, okay, this is the cat, just so you understand what I'm dealing with. He's like insisting on, okay, please go there. Like, I'm putting him away, and then he keeps coming back into my lap. Or walking on the laptop. Please let me focus. I'm also getting a little bit anxious now. So I have a little bit of anxiety building about not having the balloon. She tried to warn me. She tried to tell me, like, okay, don't be worried about it. But like, yes, now you're really gonna have to start paying attention to feeling full, watching your portions, because when that balloon is out of you, it will take a lot more food for you to feel full, right? But you're gonna want to fight that and stick with the small portions. That's all. I'm like, my head is just, she was talking, my head was just like, like, I'm terrified of that. I'm not ready. So there's a website. It's VHP Go, Virtual Health Partners Go, that you get as part of your package with the balloon, where I got it. And there's a lot of resources on there: recipes, exercise classes, therapy sessions, group therapy, presentations, information sessions. There's a ton of information on there. I have not plumbed the depths of it, but I will certainly now be looking at some of the group therapy sessions and seeing if they have anything about like the last month of the balloon. Yeah, I just burped. So what was that? What was that burp? I'm trying to think if that was like from some meat that I ate today, or if that was actually because I drank a seed lip and tonic, and tonic water, like any soda, kind of always gives me a little bit of like, because it's the effervescence. So maybe that was what it was. I don't know. I'm just kind of like amped, you can tell, like, and I'm sorry for the shaking angle. I don't have the tripod, so I'm holding the camera in my hand and I'm all over the place, but I am nervous. I'm upset. I'm worried. I felt like I was just coming to a place where, like, oh my God, if I had done the 1 year balloon, it would be like, okay, cool. Okay, 5 months in, got it. Now I know what to do for the next 7 months. Now I got a plan. Now we're in control. Now we got this, and we got 7 months to do this. I think 6 months is not enough time. I didn't have a choice. So it's not like I'm angry that I got the 6 month balloon. I didn't have a choice. In the country where I live, the USA, they only do the 6 month balloon. They don't offer the 1 year, the 12-month one yet. Because it was the first time getting this, I was a little leery of going to another country. Because what if, right? Something goes wrong. You have an accident. You have some other health thing that relates to this, and you need a medical professional nearby connected to you and possibly connected to your health insurance system, and certainly who speaks the same language as you. So I opted to not go to Mexico. I opted to not, I mean, I was only in Turkey for a couple of days the last time, so it wouldn't have been enough time, but I opted to not wait. I also had a deadline I thought I needed to stick to. So I had to make the decision quickly and do it here where I could at least get it in September so that I would be ready in March. But here we are knocking on the door of March, and you see me, I don't look different. I don't look different. I look the same way I looked when I started. Maybe a slight bit of weight loss in my face, slight bit of weight loss physically on my body. I know I can fit into 10s and 12s now. When I started, my clothes were all 14 and 16. But like when I look in the mirror, I don't see a person who's thin. I still see a pretty overweight kind of person. I see someone who's pretty overweight. Still, which is not what I wanted to see 6 months into this. I really hoped I'd be one of those stories that lost, 25 kilograms. 25 kilograms of weight loss would have been great. 25 pounds of weight loss is like what? People do that in, 2 weeks, a month. So that's kind of womp womp. It is anticlimactic as hell. I guess that's all I wanted to say. I just want to come on here because I'm kind of feeling some type of way about the call I just had. She really kind of shook me when she's like, no, you signed a waiver or whatever. You signed a document that said you will have this taken out at 6 months. They will not allow you to keep it in longer. And I'm not planning on going anywhere that I can get this done anytime soon. And I think also you have to wait 3 months if you do want to get another balloon placed in you. I think they advise that you wait 3 months after the first balloon has been taken out or the previous balloon has been removed. So figure March this gets out, maybe April this gets out, May, June, July. So summertime, I'll have to be somewhere where they sell and insert the 12-month balloon, and I have to be there long enough that I feel like I can get through the first couple of weeks of recovery there. And I say that only because when I did this here, I got it on a Saturday and I worked from home that Monday, but I was in the office on Tuesday, and that was okay. But I would say if I have the choice and if I do it again, and I hope to, I would take like a week off. Not because terrible things are happening to your body, but because there is a new thing going on and you want to tune in and be able to really like be focused on that and not have to kind of like try to forget it while you're getting through your workday and focusing on work. Like if I could have, I would have taken a week off. I should have taken a week off. Let me put it that way. Also because for me, for example, like I had before the balloon, I bought all this stuff to be prepared, and then it turned out I couldn't eat that. And so had I taken the week off, and so I had to kind of like keep going back, and it's sort of, well, that first week I was stuck with what I had because there was really no time to go. I was by myself. My mom had left. She only came for the weekend that I got the balloon placed. And so I was kind of stuck with what I had. If I were home, then there would be options to like on the day, pivot and be like, okay, this isn't working. Let me go get this. This isn't working. Let me go get that. Because I was having to be in the office, I was ordering a lot of stuff online, which would take a day or two to arrive. And so I was having to make do. So I would opt for something else. I also wonder now, the success stories that I saw online that were all those like, mega weight loss. I wonder if they had the old version of the balloon that was a hard ball. I wonder if they had that. Because I think that one had a bigger impact. I also think it was actually bigger and filled because it was a solid object. It was bigger and it stayed where it was. What it is now, it looks like a silicone breast implant. It's like squishy and it's like a blob, and it's, silicone encased. So it's super flexible. And I really think that my balloon, I almost at many times felt like it was maybe too small for my stomach. And I don't know if they pumped them up to bigger sizes. I don't know if that's even something that I can request. I do know that when I read about the procedure in Turkey, that I did see something where they said that they did custom sizing. So I wonder if they are aware of that. But I just wonder, like, had it been a bigger obstacle, also, like, what would my weight loss have been like? As it is right now, I don't know that it was, it was easy for food to, not easy for food to get by it. I don't know. I guess it's just all conjecture right now, because I'm at the end, I'm close to the end, and I'm regretting what I didn't do, and wondering what I should have done better and what I can do better for next time. I don't know. See, the cat just nipped me. I knew you were going to do that. I knew the cat was going to do that. If I get animated, he gets animated. So if I'm on the phone and talking, he gets like, oh, let me nip at your toes and let me nip at your fingers. So that's it. Day 155 or 56, whatever this is. I have not scheduled the removal yet. I know she said I have to. I know she said I signed a contract that I have to get it removed. I'm not going to even schedule the date until they chase me for it, though, because I want every last day I can get with this balloon. I'm actually now feeling nervous and anxious about not having the balloon in me and having to make all these choices on my own with thought. I'm going to enjoy this last month, though, where I can eat what I want. Meat. I can eat meat. It feels so good. I was so ready to live that vegan lifestyle, but now I'm like, what? I can have like half a burger? What? I can have a piece of cheese. I can have salmon. I can have sushi. I love sushi. I love sushi. I love sushi so much. It's so wonderful to be able to eat sushi. That feels so good. And the energy that it gives me, that I was taking the steps today and not even like actively thinking about it. I just was like, oh, there's a lot of people on the escalator. Just take the stairs. And I took them coming up, and I'm like, I never, ever do this. Who are you? Who is this person? I think it was the beef. I hate this. I think it was the beef or the sushi, whatever's still inside me. I don't know. It was the animal protein. And actually, I mentioned that to the nutritionist, and what she said was, yeah, of course, animal protein satiates you more, because those protein drinks, they're like so minimalistic. They're like 60 or 80 calories. It's, it's barely anything in them. It's really just like drinking a little bit of broth, a little bit of a clear soup with actually like very little real nutritional value. Just like a pack of protein or whatever, like that's concentrated on. But animal protein is like the whole package. Like, it gives you everything. And she's like, and that's why we always push people to eat, up their protein intake. We're thinking animal protein, because once you eat like that, you do get satiated much more quickly, and you realize that you don't need the carbs. And so you can have the burger without the bun. You can have the this without the that. You can have your meal, and you don't need the carbs that are just going to turn into sugar. I totally get that. I totally see that. And I wish I had been able to follow that for the last 5 months and not have to wind my way around carbs and protein drinks and whatever else I was doing. All right. That's it. I hope I have better news. I hope I see the other side of 200 again by the end of this month. I hope they don't call me to take the balloon out. I hope I continue to feel good and look good. I feel better in my clothes. I told you my sizes have gone down. When I look at my naked body, I still see like a bump, like I still see a stomach that's not flat. But whatever it is, like my body does, I can wear smaller clothes. Like there's clothes I'm actually taking to Goodwill this weekend to give away, because I have not fit in them the last couple of months since the weight has been coming off, and definitely don't now. And I don't plan to go back. So I'm getting rid of them. I don't want to keep size 16s in the closet, even as a mental like awareness that they're there, that I have something to wear when I get there. But I do still struggle to in my own, like, what do I wear to work? What do I wear to work? I'm so used to the same like 2 or 3 black pants that fit me and the same like 2 or 3 blouses. And it's still like a struggle. Then I open my closet. I'm like, oh wait, no, I fit in that skirt now. Oh wait, no, I fit in that skirt now. There's so many things that I found that were old clothes. And I was like, oh wait, no, I fit in that now. So that's been a nice win too. It reminds me of this moment in, did I talk about this before? In the movie, The First Wives Club, and the original First Wives Club, and it's Bette Midler's character, and it's like midway through the movie, after they like go through whatever they're whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyway, she gets to a point, and she's at home, and her son, I think her like teenage son, is there, and she like walks out of a room, and she's like prancing around, and he's like, oh ma, like she's like look at this, look at my dress, and he's like, oh, is that new? And she's like, no, it's better than new, it's old, and I never fit into it. I haven't fit in this in years. And I just was like, I relate. I relate to like, it's better than new. It's old and I couldn't fit into it for so long. And now I do. That's better than buying something new in a good size. It's like, I knew what this was. I knew that the failure this was before. And now I have the revenge of the success of getting in it. So I've had that a few times in my closet now. And that's been really, really rewarding. But of course, yeah, the scale is not, it's not saying anything I want to talk about right now. It's just not, that's the reality. It's just not. I would like also for my face to get thinner. I would like to get back to I have an oval or heart shaped kind of face. And so I really want to lose like this here. I want to lose it. And obviously this, I want to lose the roundness and get back to kind of the angles and help my cheeks pop, my cheekbones. I feel like you don't see my cheekbones because it's all just a cue ball. I'll work on that. I will work on that. Okay. It's not late here, but I was watching this TV show, so I'm gonna go back to watching that. And good night. I'll do a video tomorrow and maybe I'll show some clothes. I haven't done that and I keep saying I will, so maybe I will. We'll see how I feel. Bye.